That's a bit of a weird one. Hello.
I don't know what to do these days because when I don't think about what I say before I join, like I've got my normal all right about to come. Then I remember you want me to be all right happy.
No, I don't want you to be happy. I'm just saying some
and
of the feedback.
Then I say hello. You're like, oh, now you got to say all right. So I'm like, all right, hello, all right. I don't know.
I'm not saying happy. Just wake up would be the feedback. I think what the feedback is from the emails that I read is for the first 5 minutes they can't even hear you. You're like,
yeah.
And then after about a couple of minutes, after I've told you a couple of jokes, after I've read out your emails, then a little smile comes on your face and you get into it. So I don't want you to be like, oh, hi guys, how's it going?
Yeah, but when it's like, when you always start it, so you're like, at the beginning, you're like the presenter, and the presenter's got to build it out, you got to pull it out of me. If you go on like a rubbish presenter show, then they're going to be like, all right, ask me some good questions.
So what you're saying is we should do a little warm-up pre-podcast to get you in the mood.
I think this is fine. I don't think they mind. Anyone who's been putting up with it for this long, they're all right. They know that there's going to be some quality material to come, so...
That's definitely true, baby. Quality news from all around the world. None of it's made up. Never making up news on this podcast. All right. Anything new over in Bangkok?
Had a haircut.
Oh, is that a haircut? Yeah. I'm having mine done tomorrow.
Actually, I wasn't going to talk about this, but now you've asked me. I'm fine with it, no problems with it. I've had worse in Thailand, definitely. But the first thing he did was turn me to the side and start doing the side of my hair. Rather than walk to the side, he just turned me around.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah. But the thing was, he didn't then turn me back. He left me there and walked around doing the rest of my hair. So I was just, every now and then I'd try and have a sneak peek in the mirror, but I didn't really know what was going on until the end. Also, you remember the one we went to before where they got trophies? I think they just hand them out willy-nilly.
Never say cuts or something like that.
They're two in this one, just little barbers. One from 2019. I think they get them just for showing up.
Oh, no. You're on about the other one, aren't you?
This is a different one.
One bloke.
No, you've never been here. No, but you've never been to this one. But yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're really easy to get. Oh my goodness me. Well, this could be a problem. This could be a problem. There's nothing I can do about that though. Nothing I can do about internet.
Well, this is a good start to the podcast. Right, well, welcome back to the podcast after, I don't even know what happened. Computer just turned off, something like that.
Just edit it well. I never know.
Yeah. That's one of the problems that we have, isn't it? That the whole podcast is saved by my editing. Because there is a lot of shit what goes on in this. A lot of dogs barking, a lot of things going down, sometimes you forgot to record it. Sometimes that's happened before.
When's that happened?
At least twice that's happened. You forgot to record it.
No.
At least twice.
If that happened, it was for a minute or two.
No, you've recorded the whole podcast on the wrong microphone twice.
Yeah, but it was recorded. Didn't forget to record it. So
yeah, but it sounded like shit, right. And I had to edit it loads.
Anyway, what I was saying. So I was in there, and he had on the wad, he had a piece of paper with number 47 on. So I think they just give them out in raffles. Trophies.
What? You got I don't understand.
Yeah, on one of the trophies there's a piece of paper with the number 47.
Oh, like a raffle.
It looks like it. So I reckon they just give them out for turning up, like boxers.
Probably.
Boxers, they still get a trophy, don't they?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
And it's only one against two.
That reminds me of that chip shop. I don't know where it was.
Yeah.
By Al's, I think it was.
I can't remember exactly what he said. Yeah.
It said something like voted best chippy in Willenhall in 2015 or something like that.
By like so and so school.
Yeah, like by scouts or something like that. By the scouts. So best chippy in Willenhall. So it's not really the biggest pool. 2015. This was a couple of years ago. So it was like at least sort of like 5 years old, and it was voted by scouts or kids.
Bunch of kids who've probably gone in there and said, "Can you give us all some free chips if we give you a trophy?" All right.
It wasn't even a trophy. It was just a little piece of paper.
All right.
They didn't even have a trophy.
Yeah, they've printed that themselves.
Probably just made it up.
Yeah.
They probably just waited for some people to come in and said, "Would you say this is the best chippy in Willenhall?" And they go, "Well, I haven't really been to any of the chippies in Willenhall, so that means that this is the best one."
Yeah.
Yeah. If you say yes, then you can have some free chips. Yeah, it is, yeah. Okay, can I just get you to sign that there? Yeah.
When you're a kid, trophies are so much more important as well. Like, for some reason, it's like the magic from nowhere, like this amazing trophy. Yeah. And then you remember my dad used to coach the rugby team, and I remember going with him one day to get the trophies engraved. You just realise it's just someone you could, like, if I want to make a trophy, I can just go and make one.
Yeah.
Yeah, worth nothing. Worth absolutely nothing. But all right. Emails?
Not to put the barber and the chip shop down, like. But...
No, I think every barber has them. If you don't, you're missing out, aren't you? It's like when you're selling online, you need to have reviews. Make them up if you have to. Everyone else does. All right, emails.
Anyway,
I'll go first. All right. Interesting. Is it true that you?
Sounds like it's been emailing you. Are you sure this wasn't for you?
No, I think. Well, it doesn't normally come to me, does it? So I'm assuming it's for you. Is it true? You'll find out, won't you? When it's the. Is it true? If it's true.
Just read the email out.
Is it true that you were once kissing a girl, but upon realising your mistake, ran all the way home?
I don't think that's true, no.
Ran a little bit of the way home.
Can't remember that, I don't know.
Okay. Is it true that as a kid you were addicted to Wagon Wheels?
No, but I was... Do you know what's weird about Wagon Wheels? I really, really like blue Wagon Wheels, but I really don't like red Wagon Wheels. The only difference is a little bit of jam, but it's completely different taste.
You prefer the ones with jam?
Yeah, I like the jam ones.
Yeah, jam ones are better. I don't know what colour
the
they
one. Yeah, blue. Yeah. But I don't understand.
It's weird, isn't it?
And Rocky bars are like that. There's that with the normal Rocky bars and caramel Rocky bars. Big difference in taste.
You'd have thought, wouldn't you, that the ones with the jam in would be red?
You would, wouldn't you? I'd imagine what happened was they'd already established the red Wagon Wheel, and then they brought out the jam one.
Isn't that how Bob Marley liked them ones, and the blue ones?
Did he?
Yeah, with jamming.
Yeah, I think he wrote a song about it. Yeah. We jamming.
I hope you like jamming too.
Like you like Wagon Wheels too.
Yeah, something like that. I've got one more for you though, because those obviously aren't my only ones. I normally have other ones too. And this one's from Angela, Essex 63. The other one's anonymous. If I try to introduce someone to this podcast, what should I say it is about? Because I don't even know myself.
I've been introducing a few people recently, and my answer's just nonsense. There's not really much more you can say about that. Obviously, the way that we bill it as is culture, travel. There's been no travelling and very little culture.
A bit of travelling news. Well,
art.
Can't travel, can we?
Well, you can't travel. Yes, that's beyond our control, isn't it? So just our take, you know what I mean? Just our sort of like spin on life.
Is it a spin or is it just the every man's thoughts? Is just bit of what everyone's thinking?
No, it's not what everyone's thinking, because I don't think that everyone thinks the shite that we talk about.
There is some truth in that. I've got some questions for you in a bit actually, but I've got some of my own questions today because we're doing the emails, and I was thinking there's some questions that I would like to have in the email, but I can't just put my own questions in the email, so I'll just keep them separate.
Yeah, you couldn't make up emails. You couldn't just make up emails and read them out to me. That would be ridiculous, wouldn't it?
I could, but I prefer just to sell them as well. I don't want. They're good questions, so I don't want you thinking other people have made these up, because I want to get the plaudits for them.
Yeah. All right. So is that all the emails?
That's all. Yeah.
Right, that same bloke, although I think that was a copycat one. I don't think that was the real one. Sending a couple to you. Is it true that you once shaved your pubes to make a fake moustache for a play once?
For a play?
For a player.
Yeah, that's true. But that's not like a surprise. Everyone saw it.
Yeah. Is it true that you then developed a business by selling your pubes as moustaches on eBay?
It wasn't exactly a business, but I was a younger kid then, and there was someone else who wanted to have pubes themselves because he was a kid and didn't have pubes yet.
Oh yeah.
So he
sold them, did you?
He asked if he could buy them, and I sold him them. Yeah. And then the little bastard tried to sell me back when he realised.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
How did that end for you, by the way?
Well, safe to say that I was put in a foster home. Scarred me for life. I'm not telling you anymore because I'll be crying for the rest of the podcast.
Okay, all right. So enough of the South Park references for those who don't know what that last minute was about. Is it true that you're allergic to croissants?
Nobody's allergic to croissants. Actually, it's not an allergy, is it? But there was one of my friends when I was on a school trip to France when I was 7, and they kept trying to find him stuff that he wasn't. What's it called when you can't have stuff what's that stuff in bread that a lot of people can't have? Gluten, yeah. And he had a gluten allergy to croissants.
That's bad, that is. I went to uni with a bloke who had gluten allergy, and so he couldn't have beer, so he had to drink cider. But there was a bloke on the rugby team, he didn't believe him, and he was like, I put a little bit of beer in his drink just because I thought he was lying. But it turned out he wasn't lying, and he got really sick from it.
Well, he missed the day where we were going to this theme park, and the whole trip they've been saying, we're going to this theme park. So you're looking forward to it. But then when we actually went to the theme park, it was like a fucking science park, and everything's science related. So you weren't really going on fucking roller coasters. You're like learning. You're going into like
bullshit when they try and trick you into they try and make like boring stuff into games.
Into buying a plane ticket to Lille or wherever the fuck we went.
Yeah, Lille, yeah.
Jesus. I didn't learn any French, did I?
Yeah. Waste of time. Yeah. Waste of money.
Any more?
Yeah, one more. Is it true that your favourite band is Slade?
No, but I don't want to slag them off from Wolverhampton.
Yeah. How many people in the world do you think would say their favourite band is Slade?
I think more if they didn't bring out that Christmas song. Because now you listen to that and you're like, I'm not listening to any more Slade.
True,
true. But
true.
apparently...
Once you're that, you're known as the Christmas band. You can't really be a serious band after that. However, I'd imagine they made a shitload of money off it.
I've heard that they got quite a lot of good music from like people from Wolverhampton back then. So I think there are some people who have bought up around and they really like Slade. They weren't just big for that song. They did big for us for that song.
That's fair enough.
Having said that, I haven't heard any more of the music.
So it could be shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I was just going to touch on before we move on to the news, because this is common. I don't know if you you probably know more about the British news than me, because I don't tune into it. But apparently there's a massive. I was driving along and there's massive queues outside petrol station.
Oh yeah.
So right, so
I've heard this, and apparently there's hardly any of them are actually sold out, but the news have just grabbed
exactly.
it.
So apparently it's not even a shortage, but now it's just no one can get any because the queues.
Yeah. People are idiots though. Everyone's going, oh, look at the media. Yeah, but the people are just as bad. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Well, that's the combination, isn't it?
I bloody love
the
it
media.
Anyway. Oh, can't get to work, got no petrol.
It's a good excuse, isn't it?
Exactly.
It's a good excuse, isn't it? Oh, can't go to work now. That's a perfect excuse for me. Oh, you woke up hungover, got no petrol, mate. This weekend, how many people on Monday morning didn't bother going?
Makes you think now, what else have the media been lying us about, scaring us about over the last 18 months?
Probably, yeah. Just to get excuses for work.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does make you think of that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the news then.
All right.
Let me get my little news device out. So it's the new. Some of this, I'm not going to read the things as usual. I've just got some of the headlines are just absurd, man. I don't know where. I mean, this has just popped up. Sexy Bernie Sanders outfit could be scariest costume this Halloween. We've got the Move It still on there. That they're still plugging that story. Move It, Runaway Cow. That's still on there. Right, what have we got on there? Ed Sheeran lookalike is forced to live a life in disguise as crazed fans chase after him.
Why doesn't he just live a life in disguise as Ed Sheeran? Can't imagine life's getting much better for you if you're Ed Sheeran without the music.
Yeah.
You're not getting by in your looks, are you?
He does actually look quite a lot like him.
Yeah, milk it.
What was I going to say? Yeah, have you ever been mistaken as a celebrity?
No, but more as I've got older, I've had different ones. It's kind of changed. When I was a kid, it was like Macaulay Culkin. When I got a bit older as a kid, it was more Teddy Sheringham.
Teddy Sheringham.
Yeah, no.
That's in there if you can see
When
it.
you're a
It's
kid.
a bit blurry.
Can't see it. Oh, okay, it looks like it. I would have said that said Sheeran. Yeah. Then when I got older, it was like Keanu Reeves a bit. And then lately, people have been saying Loki.
Loki? Who's Loki?
The guy from... he's in Avengers. He's like the bad guy in Avengers.
Oh,
I don't...
that is.
I don't really see it. Or some bloke. I've got it in about 3 separate occasions, so I guess there must be something, but I don't see it.
Yeah.
Could be worse.
Yeah. I always get, as we got the email from before, Tom Hardy.
A wonky Tom Hardy.
Wonky Tom Hardy.
He's pretty wonky himself, actually.
That's why I don't usually get wonky Tom Hardy, because I think he's wonky himself.
Yeah.
Right, I've got another one here. Says Amazon driver just listen to this. Amazon driver accidentally throws parcel onto roof while trying to swat away bug. And that's class. That's under the section viral. That's viral.
Yeah.
What the fuck? If that's viral, what the fuck is viral? And it didn't happen either, did it? That's bullshit.
If you told me you'd done that, I might go, oh, that's funny, and then we change conversation.
It's either he made up the excuse after it happened.
Yeah.
Because he was pissed off and just threw it on the roof, and then they said, "Why have you done that?" And they're like, "Oh, I was trying to swat a fly."
Yeah.
Or the whole story was just completely made up.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what annoys me about like Instagram, when you see like funny videos.
Yeah.
And it's just made up. It's just acted out badly, poorly.
Yeah.
That is just so annoying when people do that shit. You're watching, you're like, yep, didn't happen though. Didn't happen. Yep, that didn't happen. Alright, next one. Man convinced he's found cat poo in his ham and cheese sandwich from Tesco. Now, I don't want to say anything, but there's something that does look a bit like a cat poo, but I'm fairly certain.
Can't see your phone, it just looks blurred.
Oh, no, yeah, it's all blurred, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a blur.
Well, you can see an outline of.
It looks to me like
a
it
poo.
probably is poo, so I'm not allowed to see it. It's been blurred out.
No, I don't. Well, it isn't poo, is it? You know if that's poo or not, don't you? If it's in front of you for cat poo, I don't know if it's poo or if it was a burnt chip. Is what it probably is.
Yeah.
They've named and shamed the Tesco though. Tesco Express in Eastfield, Wolverhampton.
Yeah.
So just be careful of that one there.
I'm going to go and get one of my dogs in. I warned you before.
Okay.
They've kicked off.
Oh,
Can't kill them.
Dog
Can't
break.
kill them.
Dog break. We're gonna have to get a jingle for dog break, I think.
Yeah, probably. No, just leave her because the thing is they're fighting outside. When they're together.
The dog break's not quite over yet.
I've got germ break now.
Germ break. So you have to have one for germ break and one for dog break.
Well, germ come to help to get the dogs, but then it's just making more noise, isn't it?
Yeah, it made it way worse. It was fine. I didn't even hear anything until germ came down.
Alright. Okay.
Alright, should we go back to...
I'm still recording, so... Yeah, right. Sure we'll be fine. Okay, so next story.
Cat poo,
done.
No, cat poo's done, yeah. Cat poo's done. Right, last story is... son refuses to change dad's insulting gravestone message chosen by his mum. Any ideas what the insulting
The son wants to
message
change it or doesn't want to change it?
Doesn't want to change it.
Cheating bastard.
You're on the right lines.
Born alone, died alone. Good riddance.
Yeah, so apparently the mom wasn't very happy because they'd had a rocky, by the sounds of it, they'd had a rocky relationship and he was having an affair for the last few years. But for the last few years makes it sound like they basically was separated anyway. Mm-hmm. And she's put, where's the actual gravestone? Something like to father, son and adulterer, something like that on the, what's it like that?
You're just a bitch, aren't you?
In loving memory of John Doe, son, husband, father.
His name's John Doe. That's worse. Yeah. Could have put murderer.
John Doe. What is John Doe?
I thought John Doe was like a serial rapist and murderer. Check. I mean, I might be getting...
I doubt it's the same one. Otherwise, I'd imagine that would have been put on the gravestone.
Otherwise, he's picked the wrong thing. Bastard, yeah. He was cheating on me with all them... She wasn't bothered that he was raping them or killing them. She was bothered That he was married while he was doing it.
That's in the eyes of God, that's the worst.
Have a quick check. Is it John Doe? Put John Doe in, and if it shows someone else.
I ain't got the answer to it. We're not checking that.
Okay.
If John Doe is a murderer, then I don't think it's the same one.
Okay.
Anyway, so back to it. Yeah, in loving memory of him, father, son, husband, adulterer. But yeah, I agree. She's just a bit of a bitch, to be honest with you, by the sounds of it. Like, he's dead.
Wait, the only one who's getting into that is you. You're going to keep going back, are you even reading?
Yeah, that's not helping you out. You just keep bringing it up. But apparently the son's on her side, so he's not changing it. But all the rest of the family are like, get that changed.
Yeah. What
about
like?
No, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
No. So he's a little mommy's boy, isn't he?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the news.
Okay. Over to me.
We got Asian news.
Got Asian news and a bit of other news, but we'll start with Asian.
Okay, so let's do the Far East news jingle.
Number 1. Tokyo presents South Korean court order to sell Mitsubishi heavy assets for World War II compensation. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't even understand what you just said.
Okay, I'll give you another piece. Okay. Listen carefully to the next piece on what your thoughts. Evergrande woes could spread to southeast property markets and construction suppliers.
Yeah, don't understand what that means.
There wasn't too much Far East news this week. Okay, then. Flight out of Narita Airport delayed because of a turtle on the runway. Thoughts on that?
Could be waiting for a while.
Oh, now he speaks up, eh? Property markets, no. World War II, no.
Turtles on runway, that's what I want.
Give me some turtles on the runway and I'm all yours. Well, I could have saved them some time there. They're really slow.
That's what I mean, like, turtles on the runway, you could be waiting for a long time for that to clear.
Yeah. Okay, there's a couple from outside Asia. They've been disappointing me lately. Evangelical pastor claims Jesus hasn't returned because people aren't donating.
If there's one thing that the church is good at, it's convincing people to give them money. They're always thinking. They're very good entrepreneurs because they're always thinking about how they can get money off people.
So, imagine believing in him that much, believing in God that much that you're literally thinking, I really want to see Jesus while I'm alive, preferably. I'm not waiting until I'm dead. Let's just give him my money, man, just for the chance that Jesus is actually going to come. And imagine that.
Yeah. Imagine that, man.
Okay, a funny one. I wanted to send you a picture of it, but I can't because I'm recording. The Thai government, there's loads of floods in Thailand.
Yeah.
They've been caught doctoring a photo of a minister wading in floods. So when we get like Boris Johnson going in the floods, everyone goes, "Oh, look at him, he doesn't really care." Yeah. But at least he does it.
Yeah.
But they've got someone who's the worst Photoshop ever. Obviously nowhere near there, like in an office or something.
We'll get a picture of this set up as well.
It's just stood up in the floods, just photoshopped in, really clear. Also, the Thai people obviously don't care too much for this government, and do you know what he's had to say about the floods? Have a guess.
What?
Have a guess.
What do you mean? What he's had to say?
Yeah. What his advice is? He's given some advice.
He said, "It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's all under control. We're going to be sucking up."
No, that would be fine, wouldn't it? That okay. It might be lies, but at least that would be like what you're supposed to do. Two things. One, he said, go to the second floor and pray if you've got a second floor. Nice. Second, he said,
floor if it's really
you're having a flood in your house, aren't you? Invite people over for a party.
What?
Now,
pool party.
If Boris Johnson said it, some people might laugh. It's not good. But there's a lot of really poor people in Thailand whose houses are getting flooded and they can't get any money back.
They haven't got a second floor, and some of the houses are obviously in Thailand, they will not be surviving a flood.
Yeah.
To put it mildly.
And this lad comes out who no one believes should be in power, just cracking jokes.
Yeah, I've already read it.
Made me laugh though. At least he's a funny fucker. So he's got something going for it.
Yeah, good joke.
I've got one more piece, but I think that's enough.
Because I've got...
Mum mortified after son paints picture of her and presents it to class in assembly. Not that mortified, were you? I've seen the picture now.
Yeah, so the picture was embarrassing and she didn't want anyone to see, but she's then taking it to national news so everyone else has heard, yeah.
In fairness, it's a shit picture. It's really shit.
But why is it embarrassing? Like, is it... So it's not like I was thinking it was going to be a picture of her holding a dildo or something.
If you got a kid to draw a picture of me naked as a woman, you wouldn't tell the difference between that and it. It was a blob with nipples.
Oh, it's just naked, yeah.
It was rubbish.
Okay.
There's nothing to be embarrassed about.
Oh, well, there you go. Everyone can see it now. And we'll be putting it on the podcast, so...
Okay.
Even further notoriety. Right, that was the news. Done. Alright, that's what was the news. That's basically, as mentioned, we haven't actually prepared anything for today's podcast, so that was basically the only stuff that we got prepared. So the rest of the podcast is now just going to be freewheeling as usual. However, I have got a couple of words to talk about. One of them's written down here. It says doves and pigeons. That reminds me that I should talk about my problem that I have with people not liking pigeons. Because
before you go, you know it's weird how like so many things you come up with the podcast or I come up with, and we've and like it matches. We've never talked about pigeons before, have we? In all the podcasts.
What, you got a pigeon section as well?
No, but I've got a question about pigeons.
All right, well we can slot it into this section. Okay, so this is a pigeon. This is the pigeon section that we got for this week. Okay. Well, my point is a pigeon and a dove. Like pigeons, no one likes pigeons, do they? Have you ever met anyone that says I like pigeons?
Yeah.
Apart from maybe that weird woman in Home Alone.
And Mike Tyson. And there were in World War II and World War I, loads of people liked pigeons. Actually, a lot of people probably owe their lives to pigeons.
Oh well, anyway, I've never met anyone that likes pigeons. Anyway, everyone says that they're just like little vermin or whatever.
Well, I think I think people think that now because we bought so many of them to our streets during the war, and then now we want to get rid of them.
Well, maybe anyway. My point is, people don't like. Well, yeah, I agree with you, but the point is, people don't like pigeons now, do they?
Yeah.
But effectively, a pigeon is just a grey dove, isn't it? It's the same bird.
But it depends how you say it. You can also say, effectively, it's a flying mouse. Like.
It's a flying mouse.
Apparently, I might be wrong here, but they're rodents. Apparently, they belong to the rodent family.
No, I just think that I think vermin is what. It's not. Well, rodents. What are you talking about? They're just people say that they're like vermin, like mice, don't they?
Say the rodents. They're like flying mice.
Yeah.
Actually, they're mammals.
Yeah, they are mammals, aren't they?
No,
I don't know where this section is going anymore. This is a shit section.
Don't matter. When I was at school, we had to do a public speaking competition. There were 9 sections, and then there was a joke one, and I obviously took pigeons as a joke one, and everyone else did it, just slagged them off. So I started with something like this: dirty, disgusting, all over the streets, pooing everywhere. Or are they? That was the start. Something along those lines.
Good start.
Obviously, I'm paraphrasing now. But yeah, okay, what you got to say about pigeons?
Obviously, it was better than this. The real one was better than this.
I got through the first round, and then I forgot it for the second round, and didn't get through that.
That sounds like you.
All right. So what you got to say about
them? My point's been completely lost, hasn't it? That they effectively are the same animal as a dove.
Okay.
As far as I'm aware, they're the same animal. They're just grey ones.
They are,
but people fucking love doves. They fucking wank off doves all the time, don't they? Like, oh, peace and freedom, Christmas. But
there's a couple of things. They are more beautiful. And they're rarer. I think that's the thing.
Well, that is true. That's the problem, isn't it? There's too many of them.
If you see a zebra walking through Wolverhampton, you're going to be like, bloody hell, I'm going to have a look at that. But if you see a horse, it's not a big deal, is it? See them all the time.
True.
So it's kind of along those lines. I bet you, if there were doves everywhere and a pigeon came along, I'd probably be going, wow, it's all colourful. So I guess it's the rarity thing first.
Colourful. Grey.
Some of them have got some of them have sparkly wings, man. When the sun glints off them.
Alright, what was your part about the pigeon thing?
Well, I heard something about pigeons in a song by the Pretenders. Back on the Chain Gang, you heard that song?
Yeah, back in.
In this song it goes, and I got in the house like a pigeon from hell.
What?
What's that like? What does she mean when she says she got in the house
like a pigeon from hell? I think
that's literally the line. I checked it.
I think she was listening to Meatloaf a bit too much, and she thought, "Bat out of hell, pigeon."
Yeah.
And we can put a spin on that to make us sound a bit like quirky.
So since you're now being filmed as well, can you show us and vocalise it too, obviously, what it'd be like to come in the house like a pigeon from hell?
Coming in like a pigeon from hell.
Yeah.
I'll just come in, just squawk like that. It'd probably be like burning as well. So it'd probably be a bit louder than that.
Red eyes.
Yeah.
So that's what she meant. That's what she meant.
Yeah, so she's coming out like that. Probably like that, yeah. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Great, good pigeon section's done. Nice one.
I got another question for you. You know, you always gone about, I feel more sorry for animals than humans and stuff.
Do I?
We said sometimes, like, you feel sadder for them if they're...
I think I might have said that, yeah, go on. But I don't think I'll keep
Okay, all right, you don't love them that
much. Go on, get on with it.
Bloody hell. Sorry guys, we're flying through this today. We've got more to say, but Alex keeps making me hurry up. Sometimes I feel sorry for inanimate objects. Don't you?
This is why I take the hurry up, because I know the next thing coming out of your mouth is shite.
No, really. Like sometimes you got these old socks. You haven't worn them for a while. And you think, they're going to be thinking, why'd you keep wearing these other socks all the time?
When you go in and you get a fork, but there's like one fork that no one ever uses because it looks a bit different to the rest of them.
I'll use you.
Never get
Go on then, I'll use you. See, I thought.
Sometimes I do that. Sometimes so there's always like one or two forks that are like you've got from someone else's house, and
the
they're
fork
sitting
was
in
too
there.
specific.
That are out of the out someone else's set, I assume, so no one has them. But then sometimes I feel, and I don't like using them either because it makes me feel weird. But sometimes I think I'll use you today just to make you feel better.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've done a good deed then.
Yeah, I thought about this yesterday. I was going to go for a run, and I got these old pants, and the band is all like stretched out, so they don't like cling to you. And I pulled them out, and I nearly put them back, and I thought, no, I've still got you. I can't just leave you here. So I put them. I thought, I'm only going for a run. It'll do.
He doesn't get to go on date nights, but he gets to go on a run.
And it helped my run because I was like 20 minutes in, and I might have stopped. But I thought, no, I'm not going to leave you like that. You don't get used often enough. I'm going to give you another 5 minutes, pants. And I could hear him going, nice one, Todd. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Thanks for that. Yeah, nice one.
See, the section wasn't that bad.
Feel good story.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the pants and fork have saved their section.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, thanks for listening to that little pigeon / pants fork section. I was reading an article that was talking about football fans, and it said 2 things that football fans love to do above all other things. What's number 1?
Watch football.
I'd imagine that's probably is there, but that's like not mentioned because that's obvious.
Okay. Chant.
I'll just read it. I'll just read it out. Wildly overestimate the quality of their own football team. Probably true.
Goes both ways. It goes both ways. Some of them will underestimate too. Like,
whoa! What's the second thing that they love to do?
Oh, right, okay.
Wildly downplay the quality of their own football team, like you do. You're definitely in that second category.
No, I think I'm in the realistic category. I'm not in either.
You're not.
I am.
Anyway, you're not. Right, so third on the list of things football fans love to do: get really angry at anyone who doesn't support their team in either of the first 2 things. The fourth thing is going "Way!" when a goalkeeper fucks up a clearance.
Yeah, but I don't think that's just football fans.
And the 5th thing is drinking. Well, I was thinking that when I used to go to Gloucester to watch the rugby, we wouldn't go away. What everyone used to do was make donkey noises when someone messed up. Like when you have a penalty and it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Like everyone goes, it's gone nowhere. So if it's mistouched, something like that, everyone just goes like a donkey noise.
Yeah.
So that's what. So football fans and rugby fans pretty much the same. rugby fans have just got the donkey noise
I
going on.
I think we're all the same in a way, but you get two types of rugby players, don't you? You get rugby players who are like just enjoy. You get the type who just like the game, I suppose. Who are good at sports and they just try rugby and they're good at it. And then you get the type who can't play in other sports, so they play rugby.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. There's some people are not good at any sports, but they're just a bit big, and you can get away with just.
I can find a position in there. I can get lost at second row.
That's the thing about rugby. Why the game's so beautiful. There's a position for everyone, isn't there?
Yeah.
Little small people, they can go at scrum half. Big fat ones.
But it's mainly these ones who then later on become fans and go, oh, look at football fans. They're so weird. Rugby fans are the best.
Yeah, true. So yeah, that was just a little sports section for you.
Great.
Right, I've got a fact here for you. That's weird. Do you know what's weird?
Yeah.
What?
Coming in the house like a pigeon from hell.
That is weird, yeah. Do you know another thing that's weird?
Yeah, like feeling sorry for forks and pans. We covered weird. We've done weird already.
Yeah.
What else is weird?
That your stomach is constantly filled with warm puke.
Yeah, I thought that was weird. It's weird, but I've thought about it.
You had a little hesitation though, didn't you?
I just thought, I've thought about that. When I'm sick, sometimes I think
that's just sitting there all the time. Just sitting there.
And I also think, I don't think I thought it at the time, but I think it now. When you think about acid, and you think, we don't want that in you. Look what it does. Like when I was at school, and you put teeth in the Coca-Cola, and then and over a week your teeth rot. Oh shit! If you put your teeth in hydrochloric acid, the same thing would happen.
Yeah. If you put your teeth in your stomach, they'd be screwed.
Yeah. So I think my stomach is fine with Coca-Cola.
That's true.
And I'm not bathing my teeth in Coca-Cola. I'm not swilling with it, so I'll be alright.
My mouthwash. Alright, do you want to know another weird thing that I thought was weird?
Right.
So I was reading that Poirot book, wasn't I? That Agatha Christie novel.
In English, we call him Poirot.
Poirot, yeah. And they were talking about hanging someone for murder.
Yeah.
When was this written? It was written in 1920 or something like that. Yeah. I was like, we're still hanging people then? So apparently we were still hanging people until, can you guess when?
I would say 1945.
69?
That's my guess.
We stopped hanging in 1969. That seems mental to me.
My guess was based on the fact we might have just finished the war and thought...
We thought, we're going to start being good now.
Let's just take it easy. We don't need any more people dying.
I think it was very rare though at that point. But it was officially abolished in 1969 or something like that. So yeah, interesting. Well,
in Poirot, he wouldn't have been hanging people anyway. He was more in favour of the guillotine, wasn't he? Or as we like to say, the guillotine.
That's what we call it, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
He wasn't French though. He was Belgian.
Sort of, or whatever. They
speaks French though, so it's the same thing, isn't it?
Same language.
Yeah.
Although French and Belgian have got like a few languages, haven't they? Including Flemish, German, French. I think were the main ones. I mean, if you could have the voice of any singer, whose would it be?
Barry White.
That's a good answer. And I did think that maybe myself. At first, I thought it was someone like the Beach Boys or something. But then
that's mainly because of how I look. I would love to turn up to a karaoke looking like a white guy.
I might not be Barry White though.
You massive black dude's voice.
You kind of stuck a bit there. I might choose someone like Marvin Gaye or something, like well soulful, but just like doesn't. We don't need to go that far. We already sound like Brummies.
So no, coming out because his voice is so deep. Coming out of me, I think that would look better. But yeah, Marvin Gaye would be a good one.
Like the South Park reference, Mr. Hankey, and it's when his son is singing the Pooh of the Antelope. Yeah, that would be pretty good. Or a woman's voice, like you could do like Whitney Houston.
Yeah, woman's voice would be interesting.
Not as cool, but you make a bit.
Make a lot of money though.
Yeah. Be a YouTube sensation.
Right, was that the section?
Yeah, I mean, how long are we in now? Because I can't even tell how long we're doing anymore. Now I'm filming. I don't know
45 minutes, but we've done a bit of a break.
That's well long.
We should probably be moving on to the story right about now.
This is what I've been thinking. Keep waiting for you.
All right, let's get this story done then.
I can't wait for this now. You built that up. Let's get it done.
Let's get this story done so I can just go home.
Go home. Where are you?
I'm at the studio.
All right, okay.
The Orange Chips studio.
Yeah.
Right, so what's been happening? Burglary in Bangkok. Basically, the witness to burglary told us a bit of a dickhead to some bloke who then grassed him up to where we lived. So then the burglars came around and found him.
What? I was a bit of a knob to the burglar, so Alex was a bit of a knob to Todd.
No, so you was a bit of a knob to the people that got burgled.
Oh,
so then he told the burglars where you lived.
No, you did.
So that's not there.
That was you. That was my part of the story.
No.
You grasped me up. You can't just change the story after it's happened.
Well,
you can't stick that in there. No.
Well, there's two possible ways how it came out, but anyway, that's one of the theories.
No, well, so why did you? What the whole reason you're attacking this mansion is because you felt guilty.
That's another rumour.
Okay, all right, get on with it.
Anyway, so basically, I've ended up going on a one-man mission to try and kill these burglars, which doesn't seem like the best idea to me, but anyway. Right. So, that was it. I've only got knives, and there's two guards at the front gate with guns, pistols, Glocks. I checked a Glock, that is a pistol, I did check that out. Pointing at him. Anyway, so his immediate reaction is to run straight at him. Apparently that's what he thought was the best thing to do. So as he's running towards them, he is one of these two Thai guards going, "Time to die, you little bastard." Providing this gun will work and the trigger will not jam.
Yeah.
And then he tries to shoot Alex.
Yeah.
And guess what happens?
Do I get to choose, or was it just happen?
No, just guess it. I know.
Oh, because that was not going to go the way you intended if I had a choice. Okay, I'm guessing.
Is that a choice?
I'm guessing the gun will not. The gun is jammed. The trigger is jammed. This gun will not work.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he tried to shoot him, and the trigger jammed. That was bad news for him.
Yeah.
That's right, you knobhead," said Alex as he threw his meat cleaver into his chest. "Fucking hell," said the other one, who was really slow to draw his gun. Alex then chopped off his gun-slinging hand with his kitchen knife, and blood spurted everywhere. So one of them's got a meat cleaver in his chest, slumped on the floor. The other one's just lost his hand going, "Fucking hell."
Yeah.
So it didn't turn out very well for these two guards.
Yeah.
So it turns out Alex is quite good with knives.
I noticed you haven't given me much choice about what happened with you attacking the guards.
Yeah, I forgot.
You were going to batter on whatever.
Choose one. Yeah. But no. The reason is, and you want to know, and it's your own fault. Why do you think that you haven't got any choices? Why? This is a one-man mission, isn't it? Because you left yourself at home in your own story. You chose to leave yourself at home. So it's your own fault.
You can go, oh, does he A, batter him? Or does he get caught, put in the back room? Or does he 3?
No, because the choices are from you. So I've done my best to get you back involved with it after you've tried to sabotage it.
Yeah, you could have gone in the back room and I have to come and save you.
Well, anyway.
Oh, Todd sneaks in after him.
This is the story.
Okay.
This is the story.
Jesus.
Dickhead. Right, so Alex is saying, "Where's the gaffer?" Alex said. "What the fuck is a gaffer?" said the one-handed man. "The boss, the main man, the captain, the number one." "Oh, that. He's upstairs in the bedroom, but you'll never get him on your own. This is definitely a two-man mission," says the guard. Alex ummed and ahed, but figured that a one-handed enemy must know best, so he decided to ring Todd. So he gives him a bell on the phone. He goes, "You alright, mate? What you up to?"
Just pretty tired. Just been playing a bit of chess and dog running downstairs. Sound effects there. But that's the dog's just come downstairs, come say hello to me.
Okay.
Carry
Well,
on.
I mean, I was wondering if you wanted to come down to that burglars that we met the other night. Wondered if you wanted to come down to the burglar's house and do him in.
Yeah, dog will be alright. Alright, let me get my clothes on.
Oh yeah, nice one. I'll see you in a minute then. Alright. Okay, we rings him back up. Wait. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, can you bring a couple of guns if you've got any lying around? Yeah.
Oh, I got one. Oh, good.
Nice one. All right, see you in a bit.
Yeah.
So anyway, Alex starts listening to his audiobook as the two guards are like bleeding out next to him, waiting for Todd. Todd eventually turns up, and he's brought 2 old revolvers, and he's also brought a throwing star.
Did I bring a Luger?
Like off one of them ninja movies. No, he didn't bring a Luger.
Oh.
Could have done though, but didn't. Brought revolvers.
Oh, isn't it? What's a Luger?
Luger's like an old World War II gun.
Second World War gun. Did they not have revolvers?
Yeah. I don't think there's a revolver though. No, might be wrong, but it's not a Luger. No. Whatever the gun is, it's not a Luger officially. Right, so let's go through the front and have a look then, shall we? So, what do you reckon? Should we be stealthy or go in all guns blazing?
Well, I think let's go a bit stealthy this time. We've already drawn enough blood for one night.
Yeah, that's true. All right, good idea. So they stealthily sneak around. Not much is going on. They can hear like crickets and that going. But then there's like a little sleeping guard, and if you've ever been to Thailand, you will notice that all security guards are always sleeping. I think they use that as their second job. They probably just do a normal job during the day, and then they just use their second job as a sleeping job. So there's a sleeping job down. Right, so the sleeping guard's there. We found him. We've snuck up on him, and we've got a decision to make. Do we kill him, or do we try and torture him for a bit of information?
Well, they're both quite nice things to do, so none of them too bad. We'll torture him a bit. Torture him,
yeah. Right, so we wake him up, and he goes, "Get out!" And we were like, it's your unlucky night, you little bastard. And he goes, "Oh, fucking great! It's these fucking 2. I've been warned about you." So we need to think of a way to torture him. I'll give you the option. What do you want to do to him?
Well, I always think do what you would be most fearful of. So I would hate it if someone started skinning me and then burning the place they just skinned.
Fucking hell.
So a bit of skin.
So I've got knives anyway, so that makes sense. So
we don't nice face, don't skin his face straight away.
Okay, where should we skin them?
Like his chest.
Okay, so we start slowly skinning his chest, and he's going. So making that little weird noise, and then get a lighter to it, I suppose. He's fucking really going.
It's burning me.
Fucking burning me. Right, and he goes, "Fucking, I'll tell you what you want to fucking know." So what questions you got for him?
Do you like being burned?
Fucking no, fucking hate it.
So you're going to tell me everything I want to know?
Yes.
Everything?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Dave.
That's not your name. I can see on your name tab. You're lying already. Burn him, Alex.
Okay, so fucking burn him a bit more.
Hey, what's your name?
Fucking Charles.
That's better. Now I know you'll tell me the truth about everything. Where's your boss?
Fucking upstairs in the bedroom.
Take me there.
Can't.
Burn him. Burn his eyelids.
Fucking.
Take me to him.
He's just died.
Alright. Let's go and find the bedroom.
Too much. You did too much there, mate. Fuck's sake. Played that wrong, mate.
Got carried away. Okay.
Played that wrong, mate.
Let's go and find the bedroom.
Right, yeah, so... Oh, they found a little map in his pocket.
Wasn't that stealthy, was it, that?
No, they found a little map in his pocket there as well.
Okay, that's useful.
So that's useful. So, I think they start following this map, don't they? Yeah. So they start following the map, and it takes them to like this weird little door, and that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then they thought, like, this must be the entrance to, like, the secret entrance to the place, yeah? Mm-hmm. So they burst open the door, and there's only 6 guys with MP5 submachine guns pointing at them, isn't there?
Oh, God, they're the worst.
had a fucking nightmare there, didn't they? And the one of them is that bloke, that burglar is the main burglar, and he's laughing.
Hold on, is this very short? Like, how far away from are we? Because MP5s can like they're going to miss a lot of its.
No, they're at the best. They're at the fairly decent distance. Far enough
so,
away.
So MP7's not even better from.
I think they're fairly decent MP5 range. I think.
Okay, right. Oh, shit.
And the 6 of them, so I think that they probably have got you there.
Okay.
Right. So basically, your option is try and shoot them or surrender.
Well, I think we've got to think about this logically, haven't we? Like, as if I was really there. What would I do? Maybe I would try and shoot them. I am pretty tough. Now, we're going to have to surrender this time. Let's surrender, and because it's not over yet. James Bond always surrenders, doesn't he? Always. Yeah. He gets caught a million times and he always gets out. So just keep thinking.
All right. Well, yeah, okay, fair enough. So basically what happens is they chuck you in a little jail cell.
Okay.
Which is annoying. And there's also a weird little Thai bloke in there who he seems a bit mental, but he does say that he's got a plan to escape.
Okay.
So that's where we leave him. So we've got to decide next week whether we trust him or not.
Oh, I don't see as we have much bloody choice in the matter. What they're going to do is to catch us, put me in jail.
Well, yeah, who knows? There might be a worse fate than that.
Bearing in mind these could be the police as well.
Yeah, could be. You never know in Thailand, yeah. Mad shit can be going on.
Yeah.
Right, so thanks for listening to the story. I have got to rush here because we've got like literally 2 minutes left before my camera turns off. And the podcast is also now about an hour long. So
and I think this podcast has given us a very good answer. It's confirmed your answer to Angela from Essex to just tell him it's a load of nonsense.
Yeah. So this podcast, when we were talking about this before, we actually haven't got anything prepared for this one, and this has turned out to be the longest one. Yeah. So don't really need to be bothered.
Next week,
really.
Homework for us both. Have an actual. We can still have a load of nonsense, but have an actual defined section each where you can go. This is my section, and this is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because today we had about 10 sections. Each one was just its individual little thing. But I mean, it's fine. It's fine.
Pigeons.
Yeah, it's fine.
That was my section today. Pigeons.
Yeah. Do you ever feel sorry for inanimate objects?
That was your section, wasn't it?
Yeah. The answer, but yes.
Yeah, do you? Yeah. That actually developed a lot more than I thought it would. To be fair.
All right.
All right. Yeah. Nice one. Thanks for coming. Yeah. Thanks for listening to everyone. Yeah. Keep up.
I did have a section.
You did.
And I didn't do it. I got carried away in the nonsense.
We'll say that for next week.
I actually, because I knew you wouldn't learn about meteorites, I learned about them.
So guys, next week you can come back for some meteorite information.
Yeah. All right. See ya.
Nice one. See ya.